What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, fellow YouTubers? All of you have been very welcome right here on this video. We're actually going to do this video again because I kind of lost a little bit of my recording. So that's why this video is a little bit delayed. But on this video, we are going to cover this awesome looking Orion Blackguard flight deck assault cruiser. Nice, right? Now this is a ship that you can obtain in the Zen Store. It is only available for the Klingons, not available for the other factions. And this is how it looks like coming out of the box. And I have to say that a couple of things on this thing that has is going to be apparent right away are these dome turrets kind of thing right here that you guys see. There is one up there at the tail, on the sides, on the top, and also one up here in the front. So those are really awesome, and everything is mirrored, so left and right is going to be the same. And up there is one up here at the tail. So I think this ship is going to appeal to some of you guys out there. Like I said, it is only available for the Klingons and not available for the Federation or the Romulan factions. But anyway, continuing, and I already have this thing in my inventory, so that's awesome. A modern-day replica of their early space-faring vessel. This updated design reflects the latest advances in Klingon technology in combination with their traditional Orion engineering ingenuity. The offensive capabilities of this stubborn and hard-hitting design are at home with the front lines of any conflict. This starship comes equipped with a console universal I.F.F. manipulator. This sensor scrambling device will confuse all foes near the target enemy location. Go away, you. Target enemy location. Then set the target foe as the preferred target of their own allies. The primary target of this ability will also have its damage resistance reduced by an amount inversely proportionate to the number of confused enemies. A fewer confused, the stronger the debuff. This console may equip it in any console slot bay, but may only be equipped in the Allied flight deck assault cruisers and their fleet variants. Now, one thing that I did not mention when I did the Romulan variant, the Suleiman ship of these pack, is that all of these ships also have a better version of these variants, that is the fleet variants that they're talking about right here. Has a little bit more hit points on their hull and has a little bit better shield modifiers, and in my personal opinion, worthwhile. If you're going to rock this ship in space, I would definitely recommend grabbing yourself the fleet variant. After you achieve the Starship Trait, this thing is the minority. I would definitely recommend you guys grabbing the fleet variant because that's even more robust than this. After achieving level 5 in your Allied Flight Deck Assault Cruiser Tier 6, you will unlock the majority Starship Trait. While this trait is slotted, you will gain either offensive or defensive buffs based upon whether you and your nearby allies are outnumbered by nearby foes or outnumbering them. While in the majority, you will gain hull regeneration, shield hardness, and damage resistance. And while in the minority, you will gain bonus to all damage and also increased flight speed. So basically, this thing counts the enemies that are around you and the allies that are around you and makes, like, you know, a calculation. If you are, if there are more allies, you will going to get hull regeneration, shield hardness, and damage resistance. And if you are in the minority, that means if you are there are less allies than there are enemies in the vicinity, you will gain a bonus to all damage. So you're going to hit a little bit harder, and also a increase in flight speed. Now this is available for for the Klingons. Like I said, this is also a tier 6 starship with a hull strength of 46,575 at level 50 and 54,000 hit points at level 60, with a shield modifier of 1.0, and has room for 5 weapon slots on the front, 3 on the aft, and room for 4 device slots. Also, console modification, 3 tactical, 5 engineering, and 2 science. Okay. Okay, yes. Base turn rate of 9 degrees per second and an impulse modifier of 0.17 with an inertia rating of 40, plus 5 to all subsystem power, with 1 hangar bay preloaded with the Orion fighters. Also that universal console, also Starship Mastery Package, the flight deck, a cruiser, absorption plating, rapid repairs, quick deployment, enhanced plating, and that unlockable Starship Trait majority minority is that you can unlock if you level this thing all the way to level 5. I'm currently at level 1, not even, I'm at level 0.5. Also, cruiser communication array, because this thing is a cruiser, so shield frequency modulation or attract fire. Now I'm going to go to the NPC where we can customize this thing, if any, a little bit. So here is the customization NPC window where we can actually customize this ship a little bit. And I say a little bit because we do not have a lot of options. Now, this is as far as I can zoom in right here, and it's not allowing me to zoom more than that. So we'll have to make do with what we got right here. We are seeing this awesome looking, kind of looks like a tattoo on a ship. So these markings, I have no idea if they have like a significant meaning or whatever. It just looks like scary, like somebody has drawn on this thing. Nice. And definitely these turret placements are amazing. These are definitely awesome. Oh, there is one underneath as well. Nice. On the front and the aft? No. So we got one up here and one in the middle. Nice. All right. So we don't have anything else than the normal Blackguard template. We do not have any interior, just the normal default window types at all. So just the normal windows. I don't see any windows at all on this thing, but it looks like a yeah. It looks like, I have no idea what it looks like actually. It's kind of weird looking. But I guess that's the look what these guys are going for. Oh, we do have 3 different material. Oh my god. Are you for real right now? Look at how beast this thing is. Oh, that color of the deflector dish. Wow, that's hot. That is hot. That is just sick. Nice. I like the material type Orion 1. I like this one a lot. That is just, all right. Left side with underneath turrets 2. We got on top, and oh my god, this thing is awesome. Right side, the top view, the bottom view, right, or the rear and the front. Oh my god, the front is so amazing. Wow. And the normal default Orion Type 2. And I also, because I am a lifetime member from Star Trek, because I actually bought the entire game, I have access to the upgraded version. And oh my god, this thing is even better. What? I love these details. Now, I don't know if they're actually doing this on purpose, but I should change my windows right here. Wow, this thing is awesome. Look at that. I love these details. Kind of reminds me of like Borg technology. That is awesome. Wow. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, unfortunately, I have to make do with this thing. It's just the plain, kind of looks like military gray to me, to be honest. Like it's, just been painted and it's ready for combat. Hasn't seen anything really, really new coming out of the factory. Awesome. Now, obviously, you can have like different pattern overlays on top of these things, and you can actually change colors to make it a little bit interesting, perhaps bluish or something like that. Yeah. And maybe just something else. Orion for the Orions. Andromeda. Oh, this is interesting. What does it do underneath? Nothing. All right. Ooh. Yeah, so I would say you guys can actually mess around with this thing a little bit more. I'm going to go over to the part where I'm going to add all of the different Starship space sets and see how this thing is going to change with all of the different spaces that we're going to equip on this thing. Nice, right? But before I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to show you guys the bridge officer layout. We have a lieutenant commander universal station, so you can put science, engineering, or tactical bridge officers under here. I just put science. We have a lieutenant commander tactical / command station, so very useful right there. Also a commander engineering station that's going to give you lots of engineering options. Also a lieutenant tactical station with 2 abilities, and lastly an instant science station. Now you guys are seeing that I'm using these as my bridge officer abilities. I do not recommend you guys using these because no real thought has gone into what I'm going to use. I just grabbed a couple of my bridge officer that have these on default. I did not even change anything because I just want to showcase this thing in combat a little bit, and I want to give myself a little bit more survivability. That's why I'm using that's why I'm actually being heavily on defense with my engineering right here. You guys can deck this thing to your own content, obviously. All right, moving on. All of the visuals that I'm going to show, I'm actually going to show right here. And I actually needed to switch back to a triple testing server because I did not finish off the reputation tier somehow on this character. So I'm actually at tier 3-ish or something like that with the competitive. Yeah, so I need to do some work on this guy, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's do plus left. So this thing is going to move to the left side, and let me remove the HUD. There you go. Now this is as far as I can go, but I think this is just like a little bit too much on your on your in your face. So I'm just going to move one step backwards and show this thing as it is coming out of the box and how it is turning. Now there was a comment saying like, could you also showcase the amount of turning that this thing can have in the statistics window? But if I do that, I can actually do that right now and actually show you what I mean. Everything that is going to be displayed right here is going to be because of all of my traits, abilities, console layout, and stuff like that. So it says here flight speed at 18.10, and also the turn rate is 13.6 degrees. But this is based off on my character. Keep that in mind. This is based off of my character and could be totally something different with you. As it is on default, this thing has like a turning circle of 9 degrees per second. You can definitely add to that with engineering and RCS consoles and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm going to start equipping all of the different space sets out there, and we're going to start with the adaptive Klingon Honor Guard. This is the equivalent of the adapted Mako variant on the Federation side. So this is how it looks like with the adapted Klingon Honor Guard. Very cool animation right there. I wish we had that one on the Federation side as well. And also this engine wake, it's like, oh my god, it's like awesome. And we do see a little bit of reflective panels on this thing. Very cool. Let's turn it around so you guys can actually see a little bit more. Nice. All right, the Aegis is going to be next. Engines and also shields. Here we go with the Aegis space set. Now, for those that are really observant, you guys are seeing a reddish outline, and that is because we are at the Klingon side. Klingons being red in color and Federation being blue. That's why there is this texture of reddish in the engine trail, also on these lines up here. And on the other side as well. All right, moving on to the assimilated Borg space set. That one. There you go. And we just move down a little bit. And also on the other side. All right, moving on to the counter command. This one, and this one. Let's make sure we got all three pieces. Yes, we do. And on the other side, when it's a little bit darker, All right, moving on to the delta. Hey, go away. Delta engines from the delta and shields. Are these the deltas? Yeah. 3 pieces. There we go. Delta. Looks a little bit on the dark side, but definitely you guys can actually see these open slots right there for all of the different material types that they're using for the delta. You got that highlighted, you got that darker patches. Nice. And on the other side, more apparent. Look at that, that is more highlighted. Nice. All right, let us move on to the Dyson, one of my personal favorite space sets out there, because it's going to turn this thing totally white in its color. Look at that. Now tell me that that isn't sick to look at. What is up with this thing? Wow, why did they not change this part to white as well? Oh my god. Okay, the deflector dish isn't changed either. Okay. I definitely love this part. This is awesome. Look at that reflection on that. That's crazy. Nice, right? All right, let's turn it around so we can actually see. Oh my god, that glow. That is amazing. Nice. All right, next in line is going to be the Iconian. Iconians. There we go. Oh, look at that. That is sick looking. Love it. That is crazy. Oh, I'm seeing that they did not change this part as well. I am seeing that they actually are changing the gun placement, or these turrets. They also have those highlighted parts, just like parts of the ship. That's awesome. That is nice. I like this thing. All right, Gemhead Dar, next in line. Where is the Gemhead Dar? Right there, there, and there. Here we go with the Gemhead Dar. Nice! Oh my god, this thing looks amazing right here. Ooh, that deflector dish. That is totally an eye catcher. All right, let's do the other side. You know, now that I actually see this thing, kind of looks like a shoe. Doesn't this front part actually looks like a shoe? Or is that just me that think that? All right, moving on. New Kara is going to be next. This one and this one and this one. Here we go with the New Kara space set. Now this thing is definitely blending in on the background really good. Oh, I love this part. This is where the tattoo was like placed, or those markings. Oh, I like that. Kind of looks like the interior is being exposed to space. The whole plating is gone on that part. All right, let's turn this thing around. Nice. Oh, that is good to look at. All right, moving on to the Omega space set. I think it's this one, Omega, and this one, and I believe it's this one. No, that's the Klingon. This one, Omega Force. 3 pieces. Here we go. Omega Force. Awesome. Huh. Okay. Rocket in space. All right. Other side. All right. One of my personal favorite coming up. And that is going to be the Riemann. Riemann. Oh, look at that. Tell me that that is not sick to look at. Totally decked out in chrome. That is just sick. Look at that. If this thing is going to be in combat, then all of those beams and energy-based weapons are just going to reflect off of their hull and are going to go straight back to the attacker. Feedbacking. Feedbacking everything. Nice. All right, we are going to do the next one is going to be a Romulan engines and also the shields. Look at that. That is the Romulan. Just like the Aegis, kind of like a toned down of the Aegis part and also different color, obviously. But you and I definitely see similarities between them. All right, let's turn this thing around. Not bad. All right. The temporal space set is going to be next. Or the disco space set, as some of you are calling it. With Skittles blasting off at the end right here. Kind of like it though. I mean, those reflective panels that you see that has like the entire rainbow in color are toned down. It's like more of a what kind of color is this? Is it beige? Is it like cream kind of color? It's more toned down, and I do appreciate they're actually making an effort to make these space sets appealing to everybody, and I'm not 100% convinced that this is really something that you might actually use on a ship, but it is getting there. All right. Next up is the Terran. And is this one Terran? Yes. Here we go with the Terran space set. Looks awesome. Very nice. Oh, right here it's even better looking. Definitely love these subtle colors of red stripes. Very subtle, very to the minimal or to the minimum. All right, let us move on to the Breen. Breen, and Breen. Here we go with the Breen space set. Wow, look at this. Oh, I love this thing. Nice. I'm actually very curious to see if these turrets are actually going to be the weapons nodes of this thing for space combat. All right, let's turn it around because it has lots of these turrets right here all over the place. And that's going to be, you know, weapon nodes that actually going to be fired torpedoes and beams and stuff like that from. Oh, that's going to be amazing to look at. All right, let us continue with the Lucari. And Lucari is right here in the front. Here we go. Wow. Oh, that is such a beautiful ship. Look at this. How can you not like this ship? Nice. Let's turn it around. Oh, that transition, that is amazing. Oh, that is just awesome. This actually gives me more of a Tron vibe than the Aegis space set, to be honest. Oh, that is amazing. I love it. All right, last space set that we're going to do is from the competitive war games. The reason why I'm at Tribble, because I have not finished off my reputation. But it doesn't matter. For you guys, this is what you're going to get if you actually want to go for this ship and buy it from the Zen Store and equipped the Prevailing Regalia space set with two of these huge humongous engine modifiers that have lightning going through them, and these reflective panels. I think they are supposed to be mirrors, but in my book they're just awesome. All right, other side. Now I don't know if this is like somebody messing up or this is part of their new design to actually continue forward using this as a visual from the Prevailing Regalia, because I'm actually seeing that they have not fully committed to the space set. They're actually leaving a little bit of the original color of this ship, and I actually do not see this on the other ships that I did a review on. So maybe that's something that they started doing on this ship, and maybe see how far it goes. But we are seeing a little bit of that military green color coming back through this Prevailing Regalia space set. Now I don't know if that's, like I said, if it's part of something that they're testing out or this is something that they're going to do from now on. Anyway, these were all of the space sets. Like I said, there is nothing up in the Starship bridge, so I'm not even going to show you that. But I am going to show you the mastery package. So level 1 plus 25 physical and kinetic damage resistance rating. Level 2, increase hull regeneration by 1.25% of your current maximum every 3 seconds in space. Twice this amount is regenerated out of combat. And you guys are seeing that there are some numbers. Regenerates 833.2 whole hit points. That is based off my character. You guys could have something totally different right there, so be aware of that. Level 3 is going to be quick deployment, recharge speed, and increases rank gain for hangar pets. 38.2% recharge time reduction of launching the Harrier pet craft, and also plus 50% rank up experience for all hangar pets. Level 4 is going to give you energy and radiation damage resistance rating by plus 25. And the last one is going to be that unlockable Starship Trait majority and minority, counting allies versus the foes and buffing depending on the outcome. So counts allies and foes within 10 km of self. If the allies outnumber the foes, you're going to get plus 20 all damage resistance rating, plus 20% in shield hardness, and also plus 20% in shield in hull regeneration. If the foes outnumber the allies, you're going to get plus 20% all damage, plus 10% flight speed, plus 10% in flight turn rate. Let's head over to the information of the Universal Console I.F.F Manipulator. These specialized suits of the I.F.F Scramble may be used to temporarily force your enemies to fight amongst themselves for a short period of time. The primary target of the ability will be assigned as the primary opposing threat of all nearby allies, while targeting centers become incapable of separating friend from foe In addition to this, the primary target damage resistance will also be reduced by amount inversely proportionate to the number of foes confused. Debuff is stronger if fewer foes are confused. Now this thing is also going to give out on a passive. Just equipping this thing is going to give you plus 10% in critical severity with direct energy weapons, and also plus 50 to Starship engineering readiness. Now this thing has a 10-kilometer range with a 10-kilometer sphere around you, and 2-minute cooldown, 2-minute recharge. To the foe of 10-kilometer of the target, it's going to confuse him for 6.4 seconds. Primary target only force them to taunt their allies for the next 6.4 seconds, and also up to minus 400 all damage resistance rating for the next 6.4 seconds, reduced by 40 or minus 40 per confused foe. So if you have lots of foes near the foe or the primary foe, if you hit this thing, it's also going to lower their damage resistance based upon the numbers of foes that are within these 10-kilometer sphere. And per foe you're going to get, or the primary target is going to get minus 40 in damage resistance rating. Skill that affect this ability, Starship Control Expertise. So if you want to dump some points into that, this thing is going to be more effective. What else? We have the... Can you stop moving? There. Here we go. We also have these hangar pets right here. Launches 3 Orion Cutpurse fighters. Cutpurse fighters have their disruptor beam array and photon torpedo launcher. They can periodically deploy reflective hull, which grant them additional plus 20 energy damage resistance rating and reflect 20% of the incoming energy damage, energy weapon damage. Rank 1 of reflective hull lasts until it has reflected 5,000 energy damage, and then must recharge before being deployed again. Now obviously, like I always say when dealing with hangar pets, the one that are equipped by default are like the least effective of the hangar pets. There are better ones at the Dilithium store, but if you want to grab yourself the best hangar pets, go to the fleet. There is an NPC where you can buy the elite version of these hangar pets, and I would definitely recommend you grabbing those because those are the best one out there you can have. Also, the ones from the Dilithium store is going to get rank 2 of this reflective hull, and the one from the fleet, the elite version, is going to get rank 3 of these things. So definitely grab yourself those. That is going to be amazing for you. The Starship Admiralty card. Now this thing is a rare, so let me find it where it is. There it is, right here. The Orion Blackguard, the flight deck assault cruiser tier 6 with 2 stars in its rarity. Very low on its rarity. I have no idea why. This should be at least 4, but it is what it is right now. 53 points in engineering, 38 in tactical, 17 in science with an 18-hour in cooldown. If you're going to put this ship with some other ship in one mission, this thing is going to give plus 10 to engineering, or at least plus 10 points to engineering per tactical ship that you're going to equip it with. 18 hours in maintenance after it being used, and it's right now currently on reserve. Now, the bridge officer stations are already displayed to you guys. Now, the next thing is going to be for me to take this thing into combat. Now, I also want to showcase these hangar pets if I can. There we go. Now, these are definitely small, but they're definitely awesome in its design. Definitely looks like a hangar pet right there. It looks very amazing and very cool. All right, let's get this thing in combat. Now, I am going to change it up a little bit. I usually go to the Argala Patrol. Now I'm just going to do Japori. It's basically the same deal. I got a little bit of enemies around here, and I'm gonna kill them just for you right here. So I am going to use my hangar pets, and we should have like an ally maybe somewhere. All right, we got these as ally. Okay, cool, whatever. And here we go. Combat for you guys. The ship is under attack. I'm actually going to use these guys, the special ability, the Manipulator, in 3, 2, 1. Boom. So all of these enemies are going to start targeting this guy, and look at them. It's going to be destroyed really quick. They're draining his shields. All right. There it goes. Nice crit right there, or at least not a crit, a high damage number. And what I'm actually going to do is, because I have lots of pets, they also are taking a little bit of aggro away from me, and I'm actually going to hit this aggro stance or threatening stance to make all of the enemies target me. Because I do want to showcase this ship a little bit better, and you guys can actually see them targeting me. And even though I don't really have... Oh, my hangar pets are gone. Even though my... I don't have, like, you know, the best setup right here. I'm just still using the default Mark 10 items. I'm still going to survive, hopefully, a little bit. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. But we always have a Nimbus for us to deal with, or at least to assist us by. Now, like you guys are seeing, it is not really hard to turn. It is just a cruiser, so you kind of have to wait a little bit for this thing to turn. Here we go. Now they keep blasting away all of my my hangar pets, so that's not nice. Enough with the left shields failing. They're not. Oh, maybe they are. Yep, maybe they are. Nice. Anyway, if you guys have like a really decent setup, if you're using like reputation gear, this should be an easy mission for you guys. I'm not doing this ship justice by having a threatening stance on, because I'm not a good like on engineering consoles and stuff like that. Everything is on default. I don't even have like any consoles on this thing, but it's doing decent amount of damage. Like, I mean, I could say like if you have like 5 weapons on the front, and there is actually no way for you to do less damage than, I don't know, 15k at default or something like that, including if you put some kind of like omnidirectional beams at the end, or turrets or whatever have you, you're going to do out definitely enough damage to make a difference. So with that being said, I like this ship. If you're going to go based off of my my advice, this thing is for all of you guys that are flying cruisers. Now let me just get out of combat there. There. Can we remove that? Yes, thank you. Yeah, this thing is definitely a cruiser ship with a hangar pet. So DPS wise, I would say this is, you know, really good one. Grab the fleet version to have an extra tactical console slot, so you're going to have 4 of them instead of 3. 5 weapons on the front, 3 on the aft, plus the hangar bay, plus 4 tactical console slots is going to do a massive amount of damage. Equipped some kind of weapons that are maybe epic quality, and you're going to have a blast in STO. Survivability, you have room for 5 engineering console slots, so you can definitely hit your ship with, I don't know, whole healing capacity or shield healing consoles, or even science. Science is 2 console slots, so I wouldn't say go fully science heavy on this thing, because it's not going to be really good. You can't actually modify a lot of science abilities with 2 console slots, but like I always say, don't take my advice from it. See what works for you and make your decision based off on that. With that being said, this is everything that I had to show you guys. I hope you guys had a little bit of entertainment coming out of my channel, and hope to see you on the next one. Well, I'll take care of this guy because he's eating away all of my hull. Come here. Oh, it's just... Yep, I got him. Nice. All right. Like I said, hope you guys had a little bit of entertainment. Hope that you guys had a little bit of knowledge, seeing what the ship is capable of. And I hope to see you on the next one, because we still have the Federation one to do. Later for now, and take care.